We're live. It's all right. Yeah, someone was asking before, is Rory still sick? I am still sick. You should be able to hear it in my voice. But yeah. Hey guys, Rorius here. For now, for now, I'm just on the Discord, looking at stuff. I'm quite behind on my Discord. Oh, hey. I was gonna do hello stream. Yeah. I was gonna do a where am I up to in my game stream, but I decided that I still don't really want to show it just yet, just because uh I want it to be a surprise for people, just like I want your games to be a surprise for me. All the people. Now, this is mostly going to be a chat stream, but I did have a game that I thought I might play in mind. I want to work here. We are working as. What? Wants to work here. You are working as now. Or a show. By the way, I was not working on game for 4 days. Now Aiden will shout at me. So I see what you mean. Oh, hey Rocky. Yeah. Yesterday was a weird day for me, and I just kind of I didn't do any work on the game or anything. I felt bad. Can do clips of you. Oh, yeah, I saw that, Tiana. I saw that the clips are now active on the channel, so people can make clips and post them places from the channel. That's awesome. English at its finest, yeah. Oh, hey Tubeless. 9 days till gold badge. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yesterday I had one of those like off days where I just like got up, didn't really do anything, went back to bed, slept for almost all the day, had dinner, mucked around at night, and then just went to bed. I felt kind of bad, so I was thinking, yes, that told me, I was like, okay, I just need to take a break day where I don't do much, don't really do anything. And as the announcements, one of those days, yeah, as the announcements sort of pointed out, the game I had in mind was the Spire Reignited Trilogy. I got it on Steam, so I can play it on computer now. So I might do that. And I thought I'd invite Tiana to join me in the voice chat. So if I thought I'd invite some people to the voice chat, specifically Tiana, to help me answer your questions and stuff. This will be a little like Q&A kind of video, kind of stream. Terraria go burb. I'm in general. I was gonna say, yeah, I played Terraria the other day with a friend. That's why there's Terraria played. I didn't record it. Yeah, okay. Let's do this. Welcome. Oh, my mic isn't working. God damn it.
Hello.
1 second.
Sorry. Oh, come on. I can't hear you.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
Can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Discord hadn't been updated in terms of its mic thing.
I was thinking that's the case.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's normal now. It's what we're used to.
It just happens.
Oh well.
I wanted to make a game, but my schedule has been extremely full. Yeah, I get that. I know a few people, Polo, who were in that same position. It was unfortunate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
Any suggestion, submission will make us happy. Well, I say us, but more you. You're. Oh.
So, as in, like, what kind of game?
Just any game, honestly.
In terms of In terms of stuff entered for the jam, or do you just mean...
Thank you for your donation.
Oh, thank you, Rocky, for the donation.
I mean, just like generally, like any game that will be made for the game jam.
Yeah.
If it's not gonna be perfect, it does not matter. This is first Rorius Game Jam. This is making history. This is special.
Yeah. Exactly. Like I have no real expectations. Oh, there we go. Oh, weird. Screen like faded out. Why is the chat not showing up?
Is it not showing up? Reload the page, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, I'll just try and refresh. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's refresh the chat thing in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, you can clip the live chat, live stream itself. That's cool.
Yeah. That's really cool.
And I noticed earlier that if you make the clips, you actually have a library of clips, and you can see how many views you have on each clip.
Oh, cool. Like that.
Cool. I made two Rorius clips, of course, to test it out, and it works.
Yeah. Awesome. Alright, select this one. Alright. Yeah. No, I didn't even notice that had come out on the channel. It was really cool to see.
Yeah, there was never... Yeah.
There was no, like, YouTube didn't tell me. It just happened.
And there was never a good time to brought it up, so I just never did. But it has been a thing for a while now.
Right, yeah. Jonas wants to go into voice chat. No. I have Tiana here to help me. So I can play a game, you know, a chill game, and still respond to chat and stuff. I was just playing this on my own time, and so I thought I'd play it while I'm streaming. What was I up to?
We already got a first question of the day.
Yeah.
Oh god, I can't read names as well. This is gonna be fun. Not all. So, Reignited Trilogy is a single player or multiplayer game?
Single player. It's oh, hey digits. Yeah, it's entirely single player. It's just the original 3 Spyro games, but for like modern graphics and systems. Yeah.
This game is alright. Where did it come out?
This game, I mean, I did actually play it on the channel, I think. It was like, I don't remember. It was like a year or 2 ago now. Yeah. So
but you're playing like a remake, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. Well, the original games came out in the 90s, but like the remake came out a couple of years ago, and I played it originally on the channel because it was on PlayStation originally only. I think, well, PlayStation and Xbox originally, but they re-released it on PC a while back, and I got it on Steam, so I can now play it just like easily on Steam. I don't have to plug in my PlayStation and play it, which is nice.
Oh, I totally get that.
Yeah. So I thought I'd just play this while chatting with people. Hey,
that's a good question. That's a good. Sorry.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
How long the stream is going to be? That's a good question.
Oh yeah. The stream is probably only gonna be like an hour or 2, just like a nice short one. Yeah. And so yeah, I kind of want people to, if people are interested, if people have any questions about the jam or about things, this is your chance. This is your chance to ask. Remember the old Spyro game used to play my friend on the PS2. I could play with. Oh, right. Yeah, the you're probably thinking of the. Is that the one with the female character, the female Spyro character? There's like a Spyro and then Spyrowette. I don't remember her name. I never played it really. Well, I think I hired it once. But it was much like Crash Bandicoot. It was that era of PlayStation games that I didn't think they were as good quality as the PS1 equivalents. so I never really played them. Yeah. It's actually been really fun working on a game. Right, yeah. Even if I suck at it, we should do this again. Yeah, oh, and it was that one you were thinking of? I think. Oh, no, it was Benji. Yeah, yeah, I'm definitely gonna, so long as the channel still exists, I do plan to do another one or two in the near future. So I'd love to do more game jams. I like game jams.
Game jams are cool. It's such a cool thing that it's existing. It's like also Mab Labs like competitions.
Yes.
Like this is insane. It's awesome. It's difficult to describe. It's difficult to describe like this sort of, I don't know how I should call it, internet culture. It's difficult to describe this aspect of internet culture to somebody who has no clue about it or is not even interested in games.
Yeah.
But it's cool when you get to know about it. It's really good.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Loki. Yeah. No, it's just, it's an experience. Oh, missed some gems. It's an experience that is, yeah, it's hard to describe, but it's just it's such a unique and interesting experience, especially hosting a jam. It's very different from just being in a jam. Having to think about like how I'm gonna rate the games and how the games, you know, how prizes will be handed out and stuff like that.
I can imagine.
Yeah, like I'm getting the Map Labs guys, the guys who run it. I'm getting their experience now, where it's like I'm getting to see it from that side of the jam. Yeah.
Rocky has a question. We have the second question. When did you originally tell some of your students about your YouTube?
So yeah, right off the bat. Oh, this is a breakable thing. Right off the bat, when I started teaching, when I joined my old high school as a mentor, they, like, the question of what I do, you know, like, the teachers asked me, like, well, what do you do in your normal time, you know, when you're not here? And you know, there's not really much else to say other than, oh, I do YouTube. And so immediately, on like day one, the teacher I was working with, she was like, oh, put your YouTube channel on the whiteboard. So, yeah, straight off the bat, they asked me to like share it with the students. For no particular reason. So a bunch of students found out then, but then in subsequent years, same deal. Like whenever at the start of the semester, that we have like an introductory day where the teachers talk about what subjects they teach and like what why they're in this hub sort of thing, in the particular hub that all the students are in, and then like it comes to me and it's like, oh, why are you here, sort of thing. And so they always say, oh, man, talk about your YouTube and do with it, that kind of thing. So yeah, it was sort of thrust upon me mostly.
But it feels good, probably, right? A little bit?
Well, it's cool every now and then when, like, there's this one student that this last time, while we were having like the open day sort of thing of the project system, when they heard I was like, oh, I do YouTube and stuff like that, they were like, oh, like, what's your YouTube? It's just every now and then one or two students will be like super excited at the prospect. That's fun. That's nice.
Aww, that's adorable. Do you mind if I just also read out like general things people say?
Oh sure, yeah, go ahead.
Digits. Game Jam fun, except I've reworked the game 300 times already, and I've only drawn 4 sprites that are gonna get scrapped.
I can totally relate. That's my usual method, like my usual things that I do. Like I work and rework things all the time. Like especially for me, it's especially with my code. Like I write code and then I like completely scrap and rewrite the entire thing. Do that at least 2 or 3 times. But this time, with this jam, I was, especially with my visual art stuff, because I'm usually never particularly satisfied with my visual art. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna make stuff and then stick with it for now. In the early stages of development, I'm just gonna stick with what I do. So that first day, oh, what did I miss? What did I miss? Gems. I missed a lot of gems. Holy shit. Oh, I see them. Okay, I see them. Yeah, with this particular jam, like that first day on the Wednesday, that first day, I like spent the whole day just doing sprites, doing sprite work, and I like just sort of decided that I was not gonna scrap any of them for now, work with them, and then if I have time at the end, I'll consider like redoing sprites and stuff. So,
yeah, that's the best approach. That's the best approach.
Because I have that same thing where it's like, like unsatisfied with my work to start with. Oh, that's right. There's more over there, isn't there? It's a typical like the folly, or not the folly, the like fate of the artist thing, where it's just like it's you just nothing you do quite satisfies your want, your vision, and so it takes a while to just like find that moment, find that time where everything you're doing is like at least meeting your standards, you know? Yeah.
I have that too often.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why, as I said, this time I was like, I need to just make things that are functionally, like, that work functionally, and worry about, like, the polish or the need for things to look exactly how I envisioned them. Worry about that another time. Not today.
It doesn't matter how bad it looks, it just needs to work. That's
yeah, exactly. Just need it to work, and then if I have, as I said, if I have time at the end, then I'll make it better. That's part of, I guess, also that's, I guess, part of why I didn't want to show the game today. So if I end up making better stuff, then no one will know. I made like lesser stuff. I don't know. It's all important for the. I don't think I'll have the time, honestly, to remake them. So you'll probably see all that stuff. I want to do this. I'll go down this hole over here. Yeah.
Coming back to the game Polo mentioned, on PS2.
Yeah.
It was the Legend of Spyro: Dawn of the Dragon.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think that's the one. If I just look that up real quick.
Look it up.
Dawn of the Dragon. Is that the one? Yes, that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, where there's like a female character, like a female equivalent Spyro character, who is with you. I played like the first, probably like the first like 3 levels of that game, when I hired it once. I was like, never really played it again. But that was the case for me with like Crash and Spyro. Having played like the originals on PlayStation 1, coming to the PS2 versions, I was just like not interested in them really. I'm sure they were fine. I'm sure they were perfectly fine games, but yeah. By the way, yeah, part of the reason for playing Spyro in this stream is that it's, especially the first Spyro, it's pretty easy. It's a pretty easy game, and so I thought it would be nice and chill to just play this and read chat and stuff. I feel like I'm Jonas is on progress day 1.
Yeah.
That's alright. You can still do it. You gotta just limit your scope to something simpler.
Yeah, didn't you mention that you did like a competition in your school and that one of the students made the game on the last
night before? Exactly. Like, I actually the reason that I keep saying this is the first official first official Rorius Game Jam is that I've actually hosted a game jam before. It was for my students, and yeah, like not a lot of people took part in it because a lot of people were busy with like school related. I think we're pretty close to exams, so a lot of students were studying, and a lot of students really didn't have the time. But in that jam, I think that the theme was what the hell was it? Was it 1 minute? I think the theme was like 1 minute or like running out of time. And so some there were like I think 4 submissions to that jam in the end. And I think, or 4 or 5, and I gave everyone who submitted a prize, a small prize or something. And yeah, one of the students who did one of the most visually interesting jams, like jam submissions. They told me, they admitted, they were like, oh, I did everything last night before the jam was due. So it's entirely possible to do that.
I can't imagine somebody doing that.
Their game was like it was sort of like a paper scissors rock kind of game, but it involved like there was a platform. It involved like one of the things that was like one of the paper scissors rock things was like a clock. So that was like how it was related to 1 minute. It was very loosely related. I think they also were like, oh, but it also only takes a minute to play, so that's how it applies to that jam. So yeah. So yeah, all I'm saying is it's possible. It's Jonas, it's possible. I'll come back for that. Yeah. Yeah. I just thought this Spire 1, there's like it's a pretty straightforward, easy game. Like it's all just like collecting gems and eggs, and that's pretty much it. I think. Oh, and dragons, of course. And nice. All right.
I'm looking at Rocky's question, and apparently, I'm guessing it's 2 questions, not just 1.
Oh.
Have you ever thought of creating a game which has a co-op function?
Oh.
And
yeah. I'm doing how.
I'm just gonna read that. Yeah. And doing how far can we go into our stream?
How far? Oh, I see what you mean. Wait, I think. I'm confused about your second half. So playing, not creating. Okay.
It's all one question, apparently.
So.
We're stupid.
So I think Rocky, what you're asking is that like, have I ever thought of doing a co-op stream where we're playing a game that's 2-player and just seeing how far we can get in 2 hours? Sort of. I did a Portal 2 co-op stream, but we were playing like custom Portal 2 maps. I know because Damien joined me in the what the hell was it? Was it called Couples Therapy? It was called something like that, where it was like a map that was all like, it was all Valentine's themed, and it was like it was Portal 2, but it had like all the puzzles had like hearts and stuff everywhere, and it was really hard. It was a really hard series of maps. But yeah. So I've sort of done that before, but I haven't done that. Like, I sort of had planned to do that with the actual Portal 2 co-op maps, but have not got around to doing that yet. Can I reach that from here? I don't think I can. I think I have to go back. Okay. Yeah. Rory play Payday 2. It's still on my list, Jonas, for the near-ish future. I have like all these lists of things where it's like these are games that I plan to play at some point, but like there are long lists and short lists, and that game is on the short list. It's just sometimes the short list can take a lot longer than you want it to take. Unfortunately, here. Let's see what this is. The final rework will probably be the last one since it was a genre swap. Oh, genre swap. Oh, yeah. That'll be a big change. Makes it easy on me mechanic-wise. Will also allow me to show off art things art-wise. Right, yeah. And you did start today too. I see. Yeah, that's why I was gonna say. Some people were saying that they're busy for some of it. Yeah, there probably still is time if people wanted to join like today and work on it. It would just mean that you'd need to either keep it short and simple, or like what's the other thing? Or like
Few assets.
work like yeah. I was gonna say work on it like every day from now on until the end of the jam. You know, just work on it like non-stop. Oops, I walked into that. Yeah, like I've seen, like I think that in the game jam that I took part, the jam before, was it the same jam I was in? I forget now. The game that I played, Lixian's game, the Love is Blind. It was from Love is Blind. That's it. He technically worked on it for 24 hours. So it was a week-long jam, I think. Was it a week-long jam or was it a weekend jam?
I think it was about like week-long, yeah, but he did it in less than 24 hours.
Yeah. So like, it's possible to join at this stage of a week jam, and finish something. Yeah.
There are game jams I think that are like 48 hours. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, the Ludum Dare or whatever, Ludum Dare. Those are all 48 hours, I think. Which is wild. I don't think I could make something that quickly. Not even like super simple things.
Yeah. It's crazy, and people are talented.
Yeah.
What are your goals before Christmas with your channel?
So I mean, we're real close to getting 3,000 subscribers, which is one of my goals. I have something planned for 3,000. Haven't made it yet though. I still need to make the thing for 3,000, but I have a plan for it. And ideally I was hoping that all the different one of the different things I've been trying this year would help get sudden bursts of subscribers and stuff like that. Because ideally I wanted this year to be one of those years that we get another big boost like we did in 2019. But that has not happened yet, unfortunately. So we'll have to wait and see. In terms of just straight up plans though, yeah, it's stuff like I want to get to the 3,000, and then for the rest of the year. Thank you for your donation. Yeah, one of the things that was planned. Oh, thank you, Tiana, for the donation. Bone.
That's a good question. I was like,
Bone. The best question. Yeah, no, the plan was there was get to 3,000, host this game jam, and then for the rest of it, it was just basically do all the. Oh, that's right. There's that little secret. Do all the side video things, expand what kind of videos I do, by including more singing videos, more cooking with Rorius videos, more dramatic readings and stuff like that. Yeah, basically that stuff. So that's all I had really planned for the rest of the year. But yeah, I want to make more shareable content, if you know what I mean, stuff that you don't need to watch 1,000 episodes to know what's going on. So there's a lot of series of videos of games and stuff like that on the channel, but I want to do more just one-off random fun videos, because I think firstly they're fun to make, they're refreshing to make, but also those videos tend to be the more shareable videos, and for channels that have suddenly sort of exploded in their growth, they also are the ones that typically are the videos doing that. like you'll see a channel where they've been doing like relatively well, but not like super well, and then just one video of theirs, some like random ass video of theirs, will just get the ultra share on YouTube, and suddenly they have like tens of thousands of subscribers. That's the plan. That's the plan. Ultimately.
I was thinking that, like, for the dramatic reading, like, specifically,
Yeah.
it was not long ago when I saw somebody reading a WikiHow article, and I was
Right.
like, you should totally do that. There's so many weird WikiHow articles, and
Right,
that could be interesting, and hopefully
Yeah.
not too hard on editing, hopefully.
Right. You know, I will say though, to be fair, like depends on the length of the video, but some of those like dramatic readings and stuff like that, they do take me longer to edit than like regular gaming videos. Because usually with gaming videos only take a long time because the videos themselves are quite long. If I do a 20-minute gaming video, it's really quick to edit, and it's really nice. Sometimes like a 20-minute gaming video is quicker and easier to edit than a like sometimes like a 5-minute like special video. So it just depends on what the way the editing works. But what I will say is, to be fair, the dramatic readings aren't too hard. They're nice and simple relatively. Simple compared to other like specialty videos. Like any video where you have to do like music in the background, they're ones that take me much longer. Anything where I have to like do music in the background or sound effects on things. Oh god. Those are the ones that typically take me a lot longer. Because I don't know what it is. Finding like visual edits is fine. But when it comes to finding audio libraries and stuff like that for oh god. Finding the right audio to put on videos is always just takes me so long. I don't know why, it just takes me so long. So yeah.
Do you have like subscription for any like online
I
library?
don't. No, that's part of my problem is that I don't have anything like that. Yeah. I know there's a bunch of YouTubers use stuff like epidemic sounds and like other audio groups. But yeah, no, I don't have any of that stuff. So I typically just look for free to use audio stuff. I usually just go on like YouTube and use like a YouTube downloader. Like I usually use the 4K video downloader, which is like a piece of software that's seemingly, for me, very useful. It's funny because some YouTuber was asking about like what people use for downloading stuff from YouTube, and on Twitter I like recommended. I was like, oh, I personally use this because I think it's really good, and somehow the 4K video downloader people saw that and like either liked my comment or retweeted it or something, because I saw that they interacted with the tweet, and I was like, whoa, weird. I'm not usually the kind of person to have like company interactions.
So that's sad.
Well, it's just, it's like I'm a small time YouTuber. Usually the companies only work with like your PewDiePie or your Markiplier or Jacksepticeye. So every now and then when like a big group of any kind like interacts with me, I'm like, ooh. And now I'm versing a guy a boss who shows his ass.
Not a long time ago, I remembered that freaking joke you make in a one Astroneer stream. And I remember that just today, about how actually one of your real life friends said that they have buttload of glass, and you were like, oh, that must be
Yeah. As soon as you said Astroneer, I was like, oh, I bet that's the one. Oh, oh, jeez.
I just can't forget it. I just can't. It's a good time to ask people what is their favorite Rorius moment, because I usually say mine, and I usually, like, you know, put timestamps.
Right, yeah. What's your favorite clip? People on the chat.
Clip,
What's your favorite
moment, meme, emoji, anything.
Also, I will just add, Benji was saying that they feel like my game dev stuff does pretty well typically on the channel. Yeah, that's one of the, like, game dev, like, doing this jam is one of those, like, things for me. I wanted to do, like, a side thing. Yeah. It's like, I would say, like, I was talking about side videos or videos that are different from my usual content. You could include the jam as one of those things, like, it's something I don't normally do, but it's, like, a little different and is quite shareable compared to other content. Yeah. Bone, and then, like, saw. Yeah, Digits knows. Digits gets it.
Also, that's what I wanted
Saw?
to say it, but I wasn't. I am stupid enough
It's
to
all
not
good.
like figure that one
Yeah,
out.
it's from the forest when we were, like,
Yeah,
offering each other
yeah.
chainsaws and stuff.
Oh my god, the chainsaw though.
Yeah. Okay, I have to redo this level and do it without getting hit. Because there's a skill point involved. So just quickly redo this one. Sapphire, what are you doing? At the moment, where I'm just playing some Spyro and reading chat basically. I just wanted to play some Spyro, and I thought it'd be like a chill game to play while answering you guys' questions, reading chat and stuff. Yeah.
Digits is Digits was saying Twitter companies are all seeing, except for when they don't want to be.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean, like,
Yeah. I don't know how it, because I don't use Twitter very often, so I never really knew how, well, I've never really known how it works.
You've been on Twitter longer than me.
it's like I've been on it for a long time, but I never use it. So like when I say that, what I really mean is like how like companies and stuff like that manage to see what people are saying. Oh god, I nearly got hit. I was stupid. Oh, there we go. Oh. Yeah. Got the skill point. Alright. Oh. Chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you.
What?
I'll just refresh the page.
No.
There we go. My chat said it was disconnected. Yeah, as Tiana wrote before, Q&A and playing Spire. Yeah. And so that's why I put the chat up here, because I wanted it to be like a, and that's why also the game is not full screen, because I wanted it to just be like it's more important that we got the chat on the screen. Yeah.
Talking about the favorite moments.
Oh
Benji
yeah.
mentioned that he likes when you get scared. So that's
Okay.
fun.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
I mean,
the thing
it's
is,
true.
like, you see a lot of YouTubers like react really strongly to like really mild jump scares and stuff like that. You never really get that from me, because I don't fake being scared. I'm not an actor. I'm not like someone who enjoys pretending to do something that's not, you know, I don't like being not genuine. So yeah, you know, when I'm like getting jump scared out of my skin, those reactions are all very real, very genuine. Because I mean, yeah, like, to start with, firstly, like, I'm the kind of person who normally when I get scared in like real life or in games or whatever, like, my reaction, my like, oh god, I'm running out of time. my like natural reaction isn't to scream or to make a loud noise. My natural reaction is to go quiet. And so, like when I go loud, that's usually like involuntary. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this. I'm gonna run out of time. Shit. It's gonna be so close. No. No. Yeah, so, yeah. I do like doing horror for that fact. Oh my god, I had one thing left. No. Shit. Alright.
Good job.
It's, to do it again. Yeah, so I do like doing horror stuff just for the fact that I feel good about it being very genuine. Because that's just me. That's just me. It me.
At the dead of night.
Yeah, At Dead of Night is a really good example of that. Like that game is shockingly scary for what it is. Like it seems simple and like something that wouldn't be all that terrifying, but it's done so well. It's like it works so well. It's so genuinely scary. Yeah, and I'm still only up to the part that you guys have seen on the channel. Like I haven't played it in a little while, so I'm really keen to see what the last bit of the game's gonna be like. It involves like Rose, I'm assuming.
So you have not finished it yet, huh?
No, it's one of those games where you guys are up to the same part that I'm up to, because I haven't played it since like being sick in the jam and stuff like that.
Myself can't wait, and they just also can't wait.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he also loves watching it, so yeah.
Yeah.
We got a cult following.
Yeah. Well, yes, At Dead of Night has done really well on the channel, actually. There's a few series that have done super well on the channel, and I'm really pleased. Like, At Dead of Night was doing really well. What was the other game? Oh, Neighbors from Hell. I was really taken aback that Neighbors from Hell did so well. Like, because I thought, as I said at the start of the series, I thought no one I knew had played it. So I thought no one knew it. So to see so many people like, oh, this game's really nostalgic, and to be really happy to see it and stuff like that. I was thrilled. I was so thrilled. I think I've got everything from this world. Let's go to the next world.
What about Subnautica? Did that series did well?
Not as well as those other two.
Yeah.
It did well for such a long series. Like, for a series that has lasted, like, what, 22 episodes, I think? It did really well for a long form series. But in terms of, like, each episode when it came out, the kind of viewership it got initially, did not do it nearly as well as At Dead of Night or Neighbors from Hell. But I think what I would usually find is that those series like that, in the long term, they do quite well. Like they in the end, you know, towards the latter end of the sort of like life cycle of videos, they do very well. But yeah, in terms of like the immediate viewership, not nearly as well as those other two. Yeah, exactly. Like more spread out viewership rather than like immediate viewership. Yeah. Damn, missed him. Yeah.
It's good that though the theme reveal stream and the stream before that about Game Jam, they did well. They did pretty well.
Yeah. Like, I was pretty happy with that. I was pretty happy to see there were lots of people interested in Game Jam stuff. It's awesome to see. Because, yeah, those, like, especially was it the first or the second stream? Was it the reveal stream?
They both did well.
They both did really well. But I was going to say, oh, damn him. Damn his sneaky behavior. I missed getting... There's these little, like, ninjas who have stolen dragon eggs. And they always go na 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 na. There you go.
Oh my god, no.
I got him. Yeah, I think it was the reveal stream. The reveal stream, like while it was live, it was like a 20-minute stream. It was 20 minutes, it got 5 hours of watch time. And it had like, in terms of concurrent viewers, I think it got right up to like, oh, was it like 25 or something like that concurrent viewers, which is like awesome for a stream, which is so cool. Such a good turnout. My usual like concurrents are about, oops. My usual concurrents are between like, for like a poor stream, it'll be like 7 or 8. For a stream that does quite well, I'll get like 18 concurrents. Will be like a good turnout for a regular stream. So having like having numbers in the 20s for such a short stream, and and having most of them seemingly stay for the whole like 20-minute or 30-minute stream, however long it was awesome. It was really cool. We need more of that. More people sticking around and watching, joining in the streams, please. Okay, I'm just running around the hub world of this world, getting all the gems.
Oh, so there's like a hub, and then you have like mini worlds where you can.
Yeah. So like each the way the game's structured is like you've got like, I think in this first one you have like 5 or 6. Is it 5? I think it's 5 hub worlds, and then and you like to get to each hub world you have to unlock a certain amount of like gems or dragons or eggs, and then from each hub is kind of its own level. It has like oh god, each hub has like a set of dragons and gems and stuff that you have to collect, and then once you're in the like hub world, the hub world has a bunch of levels strewn throughout, and each level has you know more gems and dragons and eggs stuff to collect. So yeah, and I think the later games work a little differently. They're very similar, but they have like, they usually have only 2 or like 3 or 4 hub worlds instead of like, this first game definitely has the most hub worlds. But the hub worlds are bigger. I think it typically are like bigger and more. They include more levels in the later games. So yeah, like I think because this one just has a bunch of different like hub options. The second game has like I can't remember if is it the second game. Second game has, I think, seasons. Yes, that's right. It's the hubs of different seasons. You start off in the summer, like it's only 3, and I don't know why they didn't include a spring season hub, but they have like you start off in the summer forest, and then you go to the autumn plains, and then the winter tundra, and then in the third game you have the times of day. So, what times of day is it? It's like, I can't remember what they're called. God damn it, I can't remember what they're called now. But I know it's like the one I was like testing out Spyro 3 the other day, and the one that I got to was like a midday something or other. I can't remember what it is. But yeah, they use like times a day for that one. I think there's still only 4. I think there's 4 hubs in this third Spyro game. Yeah.
A good thing that they just pointed out is that probably people didn't watch much Subnautica because of people wanting to play the game for themselves.
Yes, that's definitely that's definitely a factor. Like games that are like new, often like when big YouTubers or when a game comes out, when a new game comes out, big YouTubers play it and they do really well for those big YouTubers because those YouTubers have enough of an audience base that are either not going to play the game or don't care. They just want to watch the YouTuber play the game. That they, that those typically do very well for them. But for me, I always find that new games don't do well. New games never usually do particularly well because, firstly, so many people want to play it themselves, which is totally fair. I do that myself. I don't watch other YouTubers play those games because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna play that on the channel. So, yeah, I totally get that. But then also, you get people who are like, I'm gonna play this myself, or people have already watched one of the big YouTubers play it. So, like, typically for me, the new games don't actually do very well. It's usually the games that are either older or that have been out long enough that people have played it or have watched someone else play it, and they just want to watch. They're interested to watch more content from that game. You know, it's not so fresh in their minds. Yeah. Okay, I think I got everything in this area. I'll just check the skill point log. Okay, yeah, we're good to go. Let's find the first level. Okay.
Mechanite actually says that he played a bit of Portal Unity on his laptop. He didn't manage to get to the end, but for what he played, it was fun apparently.
Oh, cool! I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah,
oh god.
Portal Unity. We always come back to Portal. Well, you always somehow get reminded of Portal Unity. It will just never escape.
Yeah, that's why, like, that's that's the point in my life where you could either say I peaked, or, you know, it's just like the most significant community-based thing that I did with my life. So it will follow me for my life, my entire life.
It will follow you to the grave.
I don't mind. I enjoyed my time making that. Portal Unity was one of those. That was the first time where I got myself, like, I found something. Oh, I was passed out when that happened. Had no idea. Right, I see. It's one of the first times in my life that I had, like, a project that I was working on that I just worked on, like, non-stop. And I worked on it that took, like, I think people forget. I think a lot of people will either forget intentionally or just like, forget because they don't know, or they never knew. They didn't forget. They just never knew. Portal Unity, my friend and I made it in the space of 9 months. Like, a lot of mods these days, like, they're being worked on for years and years and years. And it was, and while people often use the excuse that it's like, oh, it's one dev, or one or two devs working on it. Like, Portal Unity, my friend and I, it was just 2 of us. It was only really 2 of us making it. And we were just non-stop working on that mod for 9 months. And we got it done. I was really happy with that. That's one of the things that I'm most proud about with that, is that it's, you know, we had an idea, we stuck to it, we kept the scope fairly good, fairly small. We didn't let it sort of bloat out of control, and yeah, we got it out. We got it released, even though it has its serious flaws. Yeah, I was happy. I was happy that we were able to do that, because, like, following, like, projects before that and projects after that, we worked on, you know, they either bloated out of control or we just lost interest and stopped working on them. So to have, like, a project that we actually just did, made it, came up with the idea, worked on it. Some ideas, like, came, like, we had a little bit of bloat happen at the start, but then we, like, reined it in and kept it small and good. And yeah, we achieved our goal. I was happy with that. I was really happy with that. Oh, hey Josie. How you doing?
It's probably like one. Yeah, it's probably one of the biggest highlights of the Rorius channel and Rorius history.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, it was the thing that I used to, like, sort of springboard myself when it came to YouTube in the early days. Just like, because I started the channel. Well, one of the things I first sort of did on the channel before I even really intended to do YouTube, I just did the developer commentary for Portal Unity. So that's where, still to this day, a lot of people come to the channel because they see that developer commentary, and they find the channel from that. So yeah. Yeah.
If dev commentaries do so well, why not just do a fake dev commentary? You will pretend that you made a game, but you actually didn't.
That'd be that's an interesting idea. like doing like a troll video where I'm pretending to be a developer for a game. The only problem is I feel like I might upset someone with that, like whoever actually developed a game. Unless it's like a really obvious, I make it really obvious that it's a troll. It'd have to be like super clear, like right off the bat, like a developer commentary for some like AAA game that's made in the it's made in the US, you know. Ah yes, this New Zealand YouTuber, I'm the developer for Diablo 4. Something like that.
That's actually a good thought now. If you could actually be like a more of a professional game dev, what game would you actually like to work on? Like in which company and what game?
So like my problem is that I like a lot of different kinds of games, so
Yes, we know.
I would struggle to make that decision. For a long time, I always said that like working at Valve, so working on like Valve games would be my favorite thing. But in more recent time, because of the sort of change in culture at Valve, my opinion on that has changed a little bit. I would have also said in the past that Blizzard was one of those game companies I'd love to work for. But once again, Blizzard's sort of like kind of melting down right now. They're not doing too well in terms of like creative freedoms and stuff like that. And while I know the reason for it is because they were merged with Activision, I would love to work with Vicarious Visions or like Toys for Bob or one of the companies that's currently remaking all the PS1 games. That would be cool, actually. I'd love that. So like the team who made Spire Reignited Trilogy, I'd love to work with them because that team, the like Toys for Bob / Vicarious Vision, those like two developer studios, they're responsible for the Crash Bandicoot remake, Spyro remake, the Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remake. What else is there? They're currently working with Blizzard on the Diablo 2 remake. Like, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool to work on old classic games and like bring them up to modern standards. That's super cool. Because it's cool because you're working with a foundation that already exists, and you're working on games that you've already played and really enjoy. So it'd be a unique experience to remake something brand new, like something old, make it new, sort of thing. Yeah.
That's totally a you thing. Yeah.
yeah. But in terms of like modern developers who are working on new stuff, that's a tough one actually. There's a bunch of studios that I like the look of. One of them is like Media Molecule. They made the Little Big Planet games, but they also made Dreams, which I have not yet played.
Dream.
Yeah.
I'm not there.
I think it's a PS4 exclusive. And it was but it was released a while back, but it didn't have much fanfare around its release, and so I think a lot of people missed it or didn't see much of it. I've seen a few YouTubers play it, and as I said, I intended to play it. I intended to get it and play it myself, but
is it a building game?
Yeah, it's one of those games where it's like all the content is kind of made by people, by the users, because it's like you can basically build your own games with it, essentially. Yeah, it's got like 3D modeling capabilities. Where have I missed gems? It's got like 3D modeling capabilities and basically and like programmatic capabilities, so you can kind of like make an entire game yourself inside Dreams, and people can, and all the content of the game is kind of shared, much like Little Big Planet had a lot of like creation focus, where it's like people they had a game, but then they also made it so that you can make your own games within that game. Yeah, the same basic premise, except instead of having like Sackboy or Sackfellow and having like the world, the Creativerse, they had a very like open-ended space that you sort of just could interact with, I suppose. Where the hell did I miss gems?
Becca actually had a good question that you probably answered a few times, but it never
Oh,
hurts to answer again.
oh, okay.
What did you do for Portal Unity? What were your job? What were you doing?
Oh, so I was like lead developer. I was the mapper, as well as like, I wrote the script for like what the characters were saying and stuff like that. I kind of everything that isn't graphics or music. Well, even the music though. Some of the music is I made that myself as well. So, like, the majority of what was in the game. The only thing that I didn't do was the textures. Texture work was done by my friend Daniel, and he also he mixed my audio. He like when it came to like the voice acting and stuff like that, he did the mixes. So he was more of the audio side person. He also came up. He was the one who found the musician Positively Dark, and I found places to place the music in the game, but they found all the music that is Positively Dark music. All the stuff that's copyright claimed was the stuff that I found, which is the like free play music stuff. All the free play music stuff is stuff I found for the game. All the like ambient stuff. Actually, no, the less ambient stuff. The like more active music is stuff that I found myself. But yeah, he did all the like he did all the retexturing, and he found Positively Dark, found a bunch of tracks to put in the game, as well as yeah, the audio mixing for all of voice acting and stuff like that. So like I voiced Hades, and I did a voice for Hades, you know. I can't really do it at the moment because my voice is so I have such a sick voice. But yeah, I put on a voice for that character, and then Daniel further edited it to make it sound even more like deep and sort of like robotic and non-human. So yeah. Everything else I did. So yeah, like making it into a mod that actually worked on Steam, mapping, general level design stuff, voice acting, I don't think that there was any sort of like script work I had to do in the background. Yeah, all that sort of stuff. It was all me. Oh, I think
Josie
this is...
says that.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Josie says her number one complaint for Unity is that that there are no soundscapes.
Ah, right, yeah. Well, we never figured out soundscapes.
Yeah.
Well, what else is there? There's soundscapes. I want to remake the original mod just to add the soundscapes. I see. Yeah. No, it was a case of like, that was the first time I was working on a proper mod or map of like, to be fair, I'd made maps and stuff for Half-Life 2 and for Team Fortress 2 prior to that, but I'd never worked with soundscapes, and I still kind of to this day don't fully understand soundscapes. Like I've added soundscapes to stuff I've worked on since, but when it came to Portal 1 soundscapes worked differently to Portal 2 soundscapes, and when I tried to get them to work with the reboot even, the soundscapes were weird, and I couldn't get them to do exactly what I wanted them to do, so I have a feeling that the reboot doesn't even have any soundscapes in it, or has very limited soundscapes as well. But I think the reason that I was having difficulty with soundscapes as well in the original mod was because when we were trying to test soundscapes, if a map had a leak in it, like a visual leak, soundscapes would break. So, like, because they're old, it's weird. It's weird because soundscapes sound like they should just be completely audio based. Why a visual leak would cause an audio thing to not work is weird. But yeah, basically, what I found since then, at the time I didn't know, but what I found since then is that if I had managed to, if Portal 1's hammer didn't tell you when your map would leak, if it did tell me that when it would leak and I was able to fix it, we would have had soundscapes working back in the original. But because I didn't know the maps were leaking, and therefore didn't know that the soundscapes were broken because of that, I just gave up with soundscapes. So yeah, that's soundscapes. That's the deal with that.
We love Valve.
Yeah.
We love it.
Yeah. Something with your ball. Sorry, I just suddenly read chat. Nintendo just released their own called Game Builder Garage. Ah. Yeah. Basically, yeah. The Dreams is basically a game builder game, but it's. I believe it still has a story mode. It's just that these guys are scary. These giant spiders. You can only kill them by using, by using supercharge, which is, this level's really hard. This is actually one of the hardest levels in the game, I think. Mainly because it has a lot of like areas where you have to run for ages and not hit into anything. Yeah. Let's see if I can remember how this works. Yeah, as I was gonna say, Dream. I believe Dream is much like Little Big Planet. It does have like its own like story mode, a bit like how Mario Maker has its own like story mode as well. But its primary focus is user-made content for people making their own games, essentially. Yeah. Lifted to is the first time it tells you there's a leak. Yeah. So, like, that's the thing, is like back in the day, like a leak would happen, it would still let you build a map, and then you would just like find out. The only way you'd know if you were confident, if you were familiar with map development, like you'd know when it was leaking. But because I was like a relatively new mapper, you know, I was relatively new to mapping, I didn't know that like extremely harsh shadows and soundscapes not working was a sign that the map was leaking. Yeah, it was only really like afterwards that I discovered that. Oh, this is also interesting little random fact about Spyro. This is a level where you can't really fall and die. If you jump off the stage, these fairies like come and bring you up to this area up here.
No.
They bring you to the start of this running bit because this is where the running thing is. And it's really, really hard to do right. So they made it very forgiving in terms of like if you fall off the stage, you just kind of like can be immediately reset. Also, this is the end of the level. I haven't been talking much about Spyro while I've been playing it. These levels, you can finish them real quick. You can get through them and finish them like really quick. But the finishing the level isn't actually the hard part. The reason that you do these levels is that you need to collect all the dragons and gems and stuff. You can like escape really quick, but if you don't get the gems and stuff like that, then you'll get to like later levels and then you'll just not be able to continue because the game requires that you have a certain amount of dragons or gems or whatever. So yeah. Okay, stop running. There we go. Alright. Oh. Okay, yeah, see this is an example. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Josie was saying that she always wanted to try Spyro, but didn't get around it, sadly. And that she hopes that there are going to be future Crash games.
Right, yes.
And that they don't get ruined, of course.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. Like, see, Spyro and Crash for me, like they were both like those your old school, you know, PS1 era mascot games. Oh crap. And so I played the shit out of the original games, but yeah, as you say, like the problem is that once the original developers who originally had the ideas for the games like stopped making them. The people that took over, like, just never quite nailed the feel or the intent of the original games, I feel. But I will say, if Toys for Bob keep making games in the same vein as... If Toys for Bob keep making Spyro games in the vein of... Sorry, Crash games in the vein of... no, it's Beanox, isn't it? But also Toys for Bob. In the vein of 4, then I think they've got a good thing going. Oh. This fucking ninja. I always thought of them as ninjas, even though they're not really ninjas, they're just egg thieves. There we go.
Digits is saying that he never owned Little Big Planet, but he used to play it at his cousin's house.
Oh, right, yeah.
And that he found it really fun.
Yeah, I love Little Big Planet. I love those games. Those games are cool. The very first game, actually that was back in the era, that was like in an era where it was like the last of me like hyping up a game. I remember seeing like stuff about Little Big Planet. Originally Little Big Planet 1 was gonna be just like a PSN download game, PlayStation Network download game. But then the developers, like, as they worked on it, they kept getting bigger and bigger until they were like, oh, you know what, let's just release it as a full game. And I used to watch stuff of that game. Like, I used to just, like, look up stuff about it endlessly, trying to find out more information about what the game's gonna be and how it's gonna come out and stuff like that. And, like, I got so excited for it. And it was one of those games that, like, it delivered pretty well what it said it was gonna do, you know? I was happy with what I saw in the end. Oh god, I gotta focus. Gotta kill the spiders. No, I missed the spider. Damn it. So close. These guys are really scary because they're like invincible and they like chase you down when you enter their area. I remember these guys always being like one of the scariest things in this game. Well, the only really scary thing in the game. It's Spyro, so nothing's really scary in this game. But those guys were scary. Actually, no, there were two things that were scary in this game. Those spiders and this one enemy that we may or may not see coming up.
Oh.
Just because, you know, I was a little kid when I was playing it, so like certain things would scare me more than others. Some things that aren't necessarily scary inherently would still scare me. Okay. Yeah. There's an area here where you have to face the spiders a little bit in this bit.
Talking about like you being young and playing games, you did mention a few stuff, but you never really much talk about like some stories when you and your brother were playing games. Like,
right.
Didn't you mean something along the lines of like your brother was like, let's say, a person who introduced you to games and
yeah, like so the interesting like dynamic we had was like my brother's like 5 years older than me, so he's from like from the like almost like another generation. But what I really mean is that like he came he came into things at sort of an earlier stage, and but because he came into those things at those stages, like he brought me into them, despite the fact that I was quite a bit younger than him, you know. I can't quite make that guy. So what that meant is that like that's part of why I played a lot of PlayStation 1 stuff, is that like I was 4 when we got our PS1, which is most of my friends who don't have older brothers like didn't really play PlayStation 1 stuff. They didn't really get into games until PS2 because they were a bit young when PS1 was out, and so was I. But because my brother was, you know, interested in games and stuff, I think actually a friend of his, as I was gonna say, the weird dynamic I was gonna mention is that there was a friend of his that used to get a lot of games, and so my brother would see this friend with all these games, and he'd be like, oh, I want that. And my parents would if they heard that he wanted something, from that friend, they would like investigate. They'd ask the parents of that friend, "Oh, what'd you get him?" Because my son's been asking about it, and so what would happen is, like, my brother when he was like, he would have been 9 when we first got the PlayStation, and he would see his friend, like, yeah, I think he saw his friend playing PlayStation, and my parents went to pick him up. I have this vivid memory of going to a friend of my brother's house to pick up my brother, and like he was playing, I think at the time it was like Tekken 2. He was playing Tekken 2 at a friend's house, and I remember seeing that. That was like the first time I ever saw someone playing a PlayStation. And when I saw, like, I was just like tagging along, but I saw it and I was like super excited, like, oh, they have a this game system like in their house that they could just play whenever they wanted. And I don't think I played any of it, but I just saw. Oh, we already did this. Oops, my bad. Oh no, we didn't. Oh, this level just looks very similar to the previous level. My bad. Yeah, I saw some people playing the Tekken 2. My brother was playing Tekken 2 at this guy's house, and like from my parents picking him up and seeing him like having such a great time playing this game, my parents were like, oh, we'll get him that for Christmas, basically. And so they yeah, like that year, at the end of that year, it was more my brother's present, but kind of both of our presents. We got given a PlayStation for Christmas, and like that. I used to be like an outdoor kid where I'd be playing in like the mud outside and stuff. I became an indoor kid really, really fast. Oh, I messed this up. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this in time. I became an indoor kid because I started playing PlayStation. I freaking loved the shit out of it. It was like both the best and like worst present in terms of like the best present in terms of like how much use we got out of it, but also like the worst present in terms of like if you wanted me to be stay like an outdoor kid playing outside and being all scrappy and damn it, I missed one thing. Being all scrappy and stuff, that was like the worst idea because I became the most like indoorsy kid doing nothing but playing PlayStation. But weirdly enough, I mean I still did a lot of stuff outside as a kid, but weirdly enough, despite the fact that I've been playing games and like staring at screens since I was 4 years old, my eyesight is like the best eyesight in the family. I've like best eyesight in our entire family.
How did you come to that conclusion?
Well, because my brother needs glasses now these days, and my parents both have like glasses, but that's more because of their older age, you know. Shit, I screwed it up again. Yeah, so I have the best eyesight in the family at this stage. You know, so usually they say like, staring at screens give you bad vision and stuff like that. Well, I feel like I'm an example of how that's not true. Not necessarily.
You're the proof of the wrong.
Yeah, the proof of the contrary.
Yep.
Ooh, okay. I might have enough time to do this.
Benji wants to ask if you ever want to release your own indie game.
I mean, yeah. Doing Game Jam is kind of that. It's kind of tickles that itch, if you will. that itch.io. That was silly. Yeah, no, I would love to. I've said it before and other things, like when I've been playing some indie games, like if I can be involved in an indie game, I think one of the examples of that I would say is like if I could be involved in a game like Undertale, or in a game like Limbo or Inside. Yeah, I'd love that. That'd be really cool. Yeah. Oh, hey, Fireboy. I didn't see your message, sorry. I wonder if Nina actually exists in the current Crash universe. They're going for maybe the next time they'll bring her back. Well, yeah, like, very possible. As I've said, as I said before, or I think I said it to you specifically. I saw a theory released somewhere that someone came up with this theory that actually Crash 4 was actually just the Crash Twinsanity remake, because there's so many similarities for what Crash Twinsanity was doing, and like that are shared with Crash Bandicoot 4. There's so many like little similarities between the two games that some people have the theory that they were basically looking at remaking Twinsanity and instead made Crash Bandicoot 4, which hits all the same notes as Crash Twinsanity, but is its own game, you know? So, it would not surprise me at all if they bring back some of the Twinsanity characters and stuff like that at a later date.
Have you ever played Just Cause series?
I've played, not really. I've played a little bit of, Just Cause 2, I think, because a friend had it back at high school. But they look like fun games. Like, they look like really silly, fun games. But I just never got around to playing them. So, yeah. Zach, hey, listen! Like, what's it calls him? Navi.
Navi?
From, Legend of Zelda.
Oh, well, that's not in my... I have no idea about.
Yeah, I only know that because of YouTubers I watch. Like, as I said before,
Is
like...
it Markiplier?
No, this time it's not Markiplier. It's one of the rare instances where it's not Markiplier. Now this time it's Game Grumps, which I mentioned, you know, I name drop fairly frequently as well. No, it's, in this case, like, as I've said before, like, I never really had Nintendos when I was growing up, so I only really had a PlayStation, so I never really played any of the Legend of Zelda games. But Game Grumps plays a lot of Legend of Zelda stuff, so I watch them play it. And Navi is just Navi's the little fairy thing in Ocarina of Time that just talks to you. So it just goes like, oh, listen. Oh, I can't do the voice. Oh, listen. It just like constantly talks to you and tries to get your attention. Some people find it very annoying because it constantly interrupts you to like talk to you about stuff. Yeah.
I mean, somebody has to.
Yeah, it's one of those like it's the typical like guide thing to help you with the game, but notoriously those characters are always hated by a large subset of game players. It's usually the people who play the game a lot. You know, it's when you're first playing the game, it's no big deal because you know you're getting taught how to do things. But when you're playing it for like the 5th or 6th time, and you know what everything does, getting interrupted constantly by the by the instructors is very frustrating. Actually, how do I do this again? I think I have to do something like this. Ah, not quite.
You should apparently play the Just Cause series because they're apparently decently priced nowadays.
Oh, okay. Right. Oh, shit. I fell to my death. Right, yeah. Pardon me. I have seen them on sale and stuff, so yeah. I would not be opposed to it. Yeah. I forget how you get up there now.
We did not mention the sponsor of the stream at all.
Oh, well, yeah, there's some tea.
Which?
It's Earl Grey with a milk and 2 sugars because I am a terrible person. I'm terrible I just like sweet things. So.
Just being a villain by loving sweet.
Yeah. My evil tea.
Imagine having a game where the villain just would make a sugar factory and it's about like I just like sweets.
I love it. I love it. I cause diabetes.
I cause diabetes.
That's like the whole. That's the only thing that makes him a villain. I am I am diabeto. I cause diabetes.
Diabeto. I'd say that's your new project as an indie game.
Yeah. the adventure of the adventures of Diabeto.
So you're playing as the villain.
You're playing as the bad guy, and it's all about finding the best ways to cause mass diabetes amongst. You know, this sounds like a bad idea.
I'd say that sounds great. If you would play as the bad guy, does that mean you would actually get an ending where you would be successful, or it would be more in stricter sense that you would not be like able to just win?
Yeah.
Never.
You'd have to either.
The no option.
You'd either have to make two endings: one where you come to your conscience and you like right your wrongs, or make another ending where it's you just like go along with it and you just cause diabetes around the world.
And what do you like collect? Like sugar itself, or do you?
Yeah, you have to produce sugar mines, and you know, make it like a fictional thing where it's like you're somehow able to harvest sugar from the earth. I feel like I feel like just growing foods that you can make sugar out of isn't like evil enough, so you have to find a way to like mine it to the earth.
I believe the most evil thing would probably be like getting all the. Like, I'm not right now thinking of Cookie Clicker and how you can basically buy grandmas to make cookies.
Yes. Yeah. Your evil, your evil army of grandmothers baking sweet goods.
Would you like get a cookie?
Actually, I like the idea of it, of the bad guy being like this diabetes causing villain. But like, ultimately, he might be causing diabetes, but ultimately he's just like a provider of sweet foods, and you know, he's not actually that evil. Just like he just provides sweet foods for people, and hence why all his workers are grandmothers, are like baking cookies and stuff. Like
that would be amazing.
He wants to. He thinks of himself as a bad guy. But ultimately, he's actually just he's just a business owner who owns a cookie factory.
Oh my god, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine the dialogue in the game.
Alright, okay, so I found most of the gems in this level.
Did you say you're giving a lot of ideas for the gem?
Oh, I see. Oh god. They're just the same big names. I'll try not to. I just noticed I'm laughing as heck because my game is sweet themed. That's perfect. Oh. Okay, fine. We're fine. Oh. grandma subplot is actually really sad. it's, no, it's happy because it's like a he thinks he's evil, but really he's just he's hiring all these sweet grandmothers that just want to work, you know, just want to have a little like part-time job. they're not like sweatshop workers. They're just like they like making sweets for their grandchildren, and this is a way to get the sweets to even more grandchildren. Oh, cookie clickers grandma subplot. Ah, I don't know what the cookie clickers grandma subplot is. I didn't know that game had subplots.
It has a subplot? I did not even. I mean, I guess from what I can maybe say that subplot technically, like, after you like progress in the game, like you get messages as to like news headlines, you know, like you would have in the city's timelines. And so maybe you would have like celebrities like what they talk online about the cookies and stuff. Maybe if that's like the subplot.
Yeah.
And that you're taking over the world.
Yeah.
Maybe that's Man, imagine the villain being like, you get a cookie and you get a cookie. Everyone.
Actually, once again, that's a perfect addition to this whole idea. Is you have like the villain trying to be evil, like comes up with this scheme, this like like brilliantly evil idea. I'll deliver cookies to the whole world for free. And then everyone will get diabetes. But ultimately, he's just giving a single cookie to everyone, and it's just really nice. It's just really sweet.
The one small cookie in a adorable red packaging. That's
There's like no way that it by itself would cause diabetes, but the villain doesn't really know how diabetes works. he just thinks giving sweets will cause diabetes, and therefore will enact his evil plan.
A villain that would be called Diabeto, but doesn't know how diabetes work.
I love it.
Write that down. This is...
Ah, shit. I just love the idea of like a villain who thinks he's a villain, but like ultimately is like harmless. And if anything, just helps. Doesn't even really hurt people. Yeah.
What would be this guy's like, let's say, the story that made him Diabeto? What would be like the main?
You could have
what would be the flashbacks like?
Yeah, you could have a story similar to like Willy Wonka, where it's like as a kid he never got sweets and stuff, and he's had like a very health conscious father or something, or mother, and so so as a kid he like grew up very healthy, and but because he felt like he missed out on all his like sweets. I died. Shit. Yeah, because he missed out on all his sweets. He enacts this evil plan to give everyone diabetes, give everyone bad health.
Does it mean that the hero would technically be then, for example, let's say the future owner of the? If we're going off the Willy Wonka's like the film.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, the hero character could be a little kid who is set to inherit the cookie factory, and or you could make it like a reverse, do like the reverse thing, which is what I kind of originally imagined, and that is that like the hero, quote unquote hero, is just like a corporation trying to make people healthy. It's like a group trying to like bring health food to like to the main to the main consumers, and ultimately it's kind of like a hero, like might be the hero, but people actually don't want don't want the heroes to, like the kind of like like a. I'm trying to come up with the idea like the villain's actually the good guy, and the good guy's actually the villain.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like I think I need to. Oh, there's a couple of skill points I missed. Shit. All right, go back into blowhard. Yeah, like the good guy is like a person selling health supplements or something. And they're trying to like take over the cookie factory and convert it into some like like health supplement factory instead or something. And so like the villain is fighting them to stop that from happening, but also like the people are like, don't take our cookies away, because like I have this like weird complicated reverse story about the fact that people actually want the villain to stay around because they like the cookies.
We actually want the diabetes.
Well, don't necessarily actually want diabetes, but they want to keep the factory around because the factory provides free cookies for a large portion of the of the world. And
Complimentary cookies.
Yeah. So yeah, I like that idea. It becomes wholesome, It goes from being like evil subplot to being like just like kind of wholesome.
Do you have any idea how that would be popular on YouTube? Like, so many people would be playing it.
Well, yeah, it's something I've got to make at some point. But I've now that I've outlined the whole idea behind the story of it, it would be very easy to steal. So, no one steal our idea.
Paulo says that they went to the bathroom and now we're talking about diabetes.
Yeah.
Oh, the diabetes.
That's weird. I did the level and it didn't give me the skill point. Damn it. Oh well. Maybe I'll skip it. There's a skill point for that level, the blowhard. Oh no, it's not a perfect thing. It's a ride a druid platform for 10 seconds. God damn it. I misread what the thing was. Shit. Yeah, so yes, we're talking about diabetes because we have this game idea that is it's mostly narrative based at this point, but it is the game idea that is evil villain diabeto. It gives people diabetes. Except that he doesn't really do a very good job of it. He kind of just accidentally just gives out free cookies and stuff. And it's just kind of a nice dude. Just overall nice guy.
Would it be also fun if like again, like you're doing the opposite, that the villain Diabeto would actually not be fat, but actually in a really healthy shape?
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's in my head. That's exactly how it was. It's like, because as I mentioned, like he grew up really healthy. His parents were like really health conscious people, so he's like really fit, really like good body, like not unhealthy at all, like perfect bill of health. He's trying to cause diabetes. This idea is really silly, but I love it. And the good guy, the like hero people, I don't know what I would give them to make them seem like not good. But
like the hero, how to make them a bad guy.
Yeah. Not sure what I would do with them, but there could be some funny things you could do with them.
They'll just force everyone to eat broccoli.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But you need to make them somehow like bad. I was gonna say make them the chubby ones, but then that I don't know how I would achieve that.
How about it's a guy that tries to promote being healthy, but it's actually not.
I mean, yeah, actually, that could work. Yeah, you have like a
He's actually the biggest fan of diabetes.
yeah, yeah. Like
Finds
you have it so that like the whole the whole time they're like promoting like the broccoli and stuff, you know, for promoting like green foods, and then like you see in the like headquarters of that corporation, like the CEO guy behind the company is like his room's full of diabetes products. He's just really fat. Because he's the only one who actually gets diabetes. Actually that'd be perfect. The corporation trying to make everyone healthy is the CEO is the only guy who actually gets diabetes from Diabeto. Oh, I love it.
Oh my god.
This idea is so silly, but I absolutely love it.
This is so lovely. This is amazing. This is something that needs to go on E3, like right now.
That'd be 10 out of 10. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I love it. I love that idea.
Can we just make like a game as like the whole community?
I mean, yeah,
just
that is.
start-
I would love to do that. Like, just I act as like lead dev, but like we get everyone in the community to work together on this game. That'd be cool.
And then we somehow promote it on a Game Jam limit or social media. Let's promote it on social media. And
Yeah.
we'll move. Then we later control the world.
Yeah. Post Jam
Oh.
dev team. Oh, what I could do. I mean, I'd accept anyone's help, but I just suddenly thought, oh, what we could do is the winners of the this game jam is secretly a recruitment system. Whoever wins the game jam will be the people I recruit to make this game. Nah, I'd like to include everyone in the community.
I was gonna say, what about me?
Oopsies. Well, you're a judge of the jam, so I don't
I
see why
am
not.
the judge.
Yeah. Yeah. Polo's down. Yep. It sounds like a plan. Yeah.
We all are sick and we all are down for anything.
Yeah, yeah. The villain that gives all the people diabetes, call authorities ASAP when seen. I just love that idea that he's really bad at actually causing diabetes, and that most people are just like are totally on board with Diabito and his company because they love the free cookies.
To a question, when the reviewing of the games for the Game Jam will start? Probably as soon as possible, right?
Yeah, yeah. Basically, as of, I think the idea is that essentially as of Wednesday, for me it's Wednesday, for when the jam is due, I'll probably there's a button I can just hit that's like download all games submitted for the game jam. I'll probably just do that and immediately start like inspecting them. I kind of want to, not me. I kind of want to a little bit want to like have videos on like the submissions, but I'm not sure how exactly I'm gonna do that just yet. Because
I suppose you could maybe. I'm not sure about this one, but you can we can maybe somehow put out on the page that if people would like, if their game would be enough playable, if they would be up for like maybe having it on the channel. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. Like, well, I was thinking, what some of the other, like, when it came to the community game jam that I was a part of, I just played like, I recorded videos for the games that I played for reviewing, you know, just for reviewing purposes. Like, I only played like a small subset of the submissions. If I tried to play all the games for this jam, if we get a bunch of submissions, it might be hard to play every single one of them on the channel. But like I would want to do videos of at least some of them, but then like deciding which ones. I was just like trying to think of how I would do that. I think I would at least, if I was gonna do anything, I would definitely at least, at the very minimum, I would do what some of the other jam people have done, and that is have like a highlights video that just is like a 20-minute video that just highlights some of my favorites. I would, at the very minimum, I would do that, but I kind of wanted to feature as many of them as I could. So I don't know. I guess
Maybe
I'll
like
figure that
a
out.
quick review of each game.
Yeah,
maybe?
yeah. Oh, maybe play them all, but then just
Like in
because I'm gonna
2
play
or
them all.
3 sentences.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna play them all, but yeah, maybe just do like a little play them all. Just record like a little bit of the footage of them, and then like do a highlight reel of all the games and talk about each one. Yeah, that'll work.
And if somebody wants more, then they'll just have to ask you in DMs about what they were.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
It's still incredible though that we have like now possibly, let's say that possibly you will have over 40 submissions, and we were excited about like 30 people possibly like joining.
Yeah. It is wild. Like every time, as I said to you, Tiana, like every time like I came back and I saw there was like a bunch more people had joined. I was kind of expecting like maybe like 15 to 20 people joining the jam, let alone submissions. And so I was like, to see it like get up to like 30 and then 40 and now like 50. I was like, holy shit.
I think now it's 57 with you, of course.
Holy crap! Is it 57 now? Holy crap! It's wild. Ugh.
It used to be 58, but somebody.
Oh, I see. Well, that's all good. I know. We've already had a little bit of like stuff going on in the background of like someone submitting that probably shouldn't have submitted their submission.
Should we? I was gonna say, should we talk about it or should we?
I won't say too much about it, but all I'll say is, for people wondering, yes, there is already a submission submitted, but due to reasons I won't get into here, it's unlikely that they'll win for many reasons. So don't feel intimidated, because yeah. I mean, you could probably figure it out just by looking at the submission. But yeah. It's Rorius channel just becomes a dev community, dev company. Yeah. Hell yeah.
I have no problem in that.
Yeah, neither. I don't see any problems with that.
and since the dev stuff apparently is like doing well, then why not just do it more?
Yeah.
But I honestly would be excited for more. Any also other content like cooking and tutorials or that. It's
actually if people on the stream currently, if you have any like ideas for like small side content, if there's anything that like you'd want to see me do that I don't normally do, that I haven't already done before, let me know, because I am always interested to hear what people are interested in seeing. Even if it's like something completely unrelated to my normal content. Cause yeah.
And still people should still keep on mentioning what are their favorite channel jokes. Like,
oh yeah. Favorite channel jokes, favorite like clips,
I feel like
moments, yeah.
I feel like I'm one of the only few Rorius meme connoisseurs.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there a thing here? No. Oh. So, just for like, I think we're only gonna be going for a little bit longer. Like 10 minutes or 20 minutes. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Oh, okay, yeah. If you just wait with it, I'll join. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll probably at least stream for like a little bit longer. My mum was just asking if I wanted to join in on something. So, yeah.
Cooking!
Well, if you're saying join in on cooking, that's not what she asked.
P-break has grown on me, Digit says.
P-break has grown on me. Yeah, I it's really interesting because the P-break thing comes from Resident Evil 7. When I was playing Resident Evil 7, for some reason, I don't know if I had like a bladder infection or if I just like the game was super spooky or I just kept forgetting to go to the toilet. My schedule for toilets or whatever was a little bit weird. I kept having to have pee breaks in the middle of my Resident Evil Resident Evil recordings, so I I kept being like pee break, and yeah, that has persisted all these years because Resident Evil 7 that was either 2019 or I think was it 2019 or 2018? I think it was 2019. So yeah, and it stuck around at this stage at least 2 years. And it has come back a little bit recently, just with there was one pee break in Resident Evil 8, and then there was I think there was a pee break in I feel like there was a pee break in At Dead of Night as well.
Yeah, there was one. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
I would know.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a long running Rorius channel joke. It's not even really a joke, just a reference. Just the fact that I had like at one point had a weak bladder, and it has persisted. Yeah. But then there's like, oh, what are some other classics? What are some other classic Rorius channel memes?
I wasn't around that time, but apparently as Bunny.
Oh, is Bunny? Yeah, is Bunny. was a meme for a while. Yeah, that was because there was this game that I played. It was this random one-off at like. It was very one-off. Like it was very like obscure. But there was this one stream where I played a bunch of like Half-Life mods, and I think most of them were like total conversion mods. And there was this one total conversion mod where you were on this like alien planet, and it was I can't remember what it was called, but it was very very different from anything else like you would see on Half-Life. It didn't have any like remnant of Half-Life remaining in this mod. It was basically a full game made in the Source engine. And it was like, yeah, you were like a space explorer, and you were on this alien planet. I feel like you were trying to find out how to communicate with these aliens that were on this planet. But like in the meantime, there was this weird bunny alien. There's this like little alien bunny that was like outside, and you could like pick it up and like carry it around. And my reaction to it at the time, I was like, oh, his bunny. I was like, I just reacted in like a kind of like a cutesy kind of way, and that just became like a channel meme for a while. And I perpetuated it a little bit just with this one game called Overgrown. I think it's Overgrown or Overgrowth. And basically, it's a game. It's like a, I don't know how to describe it actually. It's like a parkour game where you play as like this like humanoid anthropoid rabbit, and it's like a really good like parkour controls, and yeah, I named one of the episodes of it Is Bunny, and I made this like horrifying Rory bunny like thumbnail image. I like merged myself with an actual bunny, and it's real weird. It's a real weird thumbnail. But the name of that episode was Is Bunny. And I think that's like the only other instance of that meme on the channel. So yeah.
Oh, actually, damn. To somebody I actually wrote down a list of like channel stuff or like what you're known for or like.
Oh yeah, I mean, That'd be useful because I always forget. I always forget my own channel stuff.
I mean, I'd say that the banana nipple and pine nipple is one.
Yeah, definitely bananas. The banana stuff is Rorius channel meme, and yeah, definitely pine nipple. The nipple of the banana. Yeah. That stuff.
When that's always mentioned, you come back to the story of like, how did you always say it? With your thumb.
Yeah,
you know,
I'd slice my thumb open.
Yeah.
And
I can't. You say you described it many times, but I still can't believe you actually managed to do that.
Yeah, I was just chopping onions, and I sliced my my thumb open, and it was awful. It was really awful. But like in the interim, in the meantime, yeah, I was streaming one day with like my thumb all like bandaged up, and I went to. I for some reason decided that was the day that I was gonna just as a random one-off, open my banana the reverse way that I usually do, and I squeezed what I referred to as the nipple end of the banana, and I like the pushback from the banana was enough to almost like reopen my split thumb. I was like, ah, shit.
And that happened on stream.
And that happened live on stream. And then the whole story of the nipple into the banana became a thing.
What happened after that happened? Did you like went off the camera? Or?
No, it wasn't bad. Like as I said, it was like an almost kind of thing. Like it didn't quite, like actually split it open again. Oh. So I was able to just keep going. It was just very painful. Yeah. Okay.
Also, you a lot of times like to quote the monkey meme.
Oh,
reject humanity.
I am monk. Yeah, reject humanity, become monk. Yeah, I like that one. I mean, there's a few memes that I love like that one. Like, part of the reason I chose the theme of the jam the way it is that I like the.
I've
always liked the "We Are Number One" meme. It's one of my favorites of all time. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna find all the. There's fireworks hidden all around this level. I'm gonna find them. Find the fireworks. I kind of completely forgot that they existed. Okay.
But yeah, sorry.
Oh, it's alright.
Your favorite, another one of your favorites, especially, is "Face Like an Item."
Yes. Oh yeah, that's a classic. That's a classic Rorius. That's a Rorius channel meme rather than like just a meme I like. Yeah, that's the "Face Like an Item" thing. It was. Oh, how did it start? It was
you saw orangey, I believe, in the sea.
That's
and
right.
Like, you look like an item.
Well, no, I think it was like I didn't actually see orangey. I saw something in the ocean, and I was like, "Oh, is that you?" And I was like, "Oh, wait, no, it's an item." And so orangey's like, "Oh, I look like an item to you, do I?"
You got offended.
And like, I think I was like, no. At first I was like, no, the item looks like you. It's like a. It should say it's like the item. It's like a compliment to the item. But then RNG, I can't remember how RNG put it. RNG said something along the lines of that
I'm just an item that's all up to you, or something.
Something about his like his face looking like. Oh, I can't remember how he put it. He said something about his face looking like bland or unoriginal because I thought it looked like an item. And so immediately my brain went to that like face like an item. And I just like lost my shit at the thought. Face like an item. Oh dear. Is there a shortcut back to up the top? There is not. Okay.
Oh! I also wasn't around when this was a thing.
Oh.
But I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's the history behind it. But it's a line: "If you like me, you like men."
Yeah. So okay, that one comes from that's from Golf with Friends. There was an episode of Golf with Friends that oh, I didn't count the skill point. Damn it. There's an episode of Golf with Friends where like we were talking about the yes, oh no, I got it. Oh, cool. There's an episode of Golf with Friends where, or a stream of Golf with Friends where it was being pointed out that like everyone on the channel was either, can I not charge those guys? No, I cannot. It was being pointed out that everyone on the channel at the time, everyone who was like part of the game at the time, except Josie at the time, everyone who was playing along was either bisexual or gay. Because like it was like Damien was there, Maddie was there, I think, oh, there was like Josie was there, but there was like 2 other people, and I feel like they were both either identified as bisexual or gay. And so it was like a oh, everyone here is at first it was like everyone here is gay, everyone who likes Rory is gay, but then it became like a oh no, to be more clear, to be more straightforward. I think no, you mustn't have been there, Tiana. That was before your time.
I wasn't there at all. I think.
But I feel like there was someone who had joined us who was a girl. It must have been during, maybe Epps was there. Epps and JoJo might have been there because Epps is bisexual, and JoJo was his girlfriend. And so I think that must have been what it was, because I basically, yeah, to clarify, I was like, well, to make it more clear. I just made a stupid offhand comment. I was like, well, I guess what you could say is if you like me, you like men. Because like everyone was, it didn't that way. It didn't exclude people liking women. You know, it's like everyone who was there were either gay or bisexual, so they all liked men, or were straight females. You know, so they all liked men. So I made that offhand comment, and it stuck with me, unfortunately.
What do you mean, unfortunately?
It's one of those comments like, I wasn't being serious. I was just making like a stupid offhand comment, but of course it's those comments that are the ones that stick with you. But I felt a little bit bad because it was at least, I think, well, firstly, Josie was there, and at the time, Josie, no one knew what Josie's sexuality was, so I felt bad just making a broad statement like that, in case it wasn't like 100% true. Yeah.
I think nobody now cares much, but yeah.
I mean, I remember at the time I immediately was like, this is not me being serious, but guys, like, I immediately sort of backpedaled and was like, I'm not being serious, it's just a funny joke. Funny joke.
You already tried to do a classic YouTuber apology.
Yeah, I did like a live, like right away, immediate like apology. Just like, don't take it seriously, guys, I'm just being silly. No, Maddie's bisexual. Damien's gay. But there's quite a few bisexual people around the channel, which is interesting because I feel like I don't know in my real life, I don't know any gay or bisexual people, which is, yeah, I don't know. In terms of like high school friends and stuff like that, none of them that I know of are anything other than straight, which was a little bit sad for gay Rory. Mainly because I didn't feel like I could relate to anyone specifically. But like I love all my friends, but like it's, you know, it's like one of those unique experiences is when you're a gay guy or anything other than straight, I suppose. Just knowing that other people share your sort of like experience is valuable for, you know, just for feeling like you fit in. So yeah, unfortunately I didn't know anyone.
Look at you now, you gained quite the attraction.
Yeah, things are a bit different now. Things are quite different. I think partially because of like the avatars I always have. Oh, I think I died. Yeah, I died. Shit. There were no health bugs, health units. Yeah. Yeah. Like I think because like I always have like the rainbow avatar and stuff like that. There are plenty of alternate types have joined, which is cool. And I think it's also because it's like these days, I say these days, like as time goes on, it becomes more and more sort of like acceptable, or more and more like normal to have like slightly different sexualities or gender identities. Like I know when I was in high school, when I was in early high school, one of my best friends at the time was extremely homophobic. And it's funny because like that at first was like the norm, was more normal, like people being like afraid to be perceived as gay or anything other than straight. But like because of that like deep set homophobia and some of the people at the time, that generated this thing like back in like in the later years of high school, it became like a joke or a meme, or like the way that people would hassle each other was to intentionally do gay things around the people who are super homophobic just to upset them and to like make them feel uncomfortable, I suppose. Like it was like to almost like call out their homophobia to some degree. People would intentionally pretend to do like gay things near them just to get a reaction, you know, just to get like a get a rile out of them. I never partook in that because I felt it was like it would be disingenuous for me to quote unquote pretend to be gay to upset people. It's like, once again, as I said earlier, I'm not an actor. I'm not exactly good at pretending to be something that I'm not. So yeah, I felt like it would be disingenuous for me to pretend to be to quote unquote pretend to do gay things just to upset someone. Yeah. Plus, I've never been like the bullying type, so I've never been the type to upset people intentionally. But like whenever people would like want to just get a reaction out of this friend of mine, they would like intentionally either refer to that person with gay words, or like just like do gay things near them. And then that would get like such a reaction that became like the joke. Yeah. Because like most people were pretty comfortable in their sexuality, they weren't afraid to pretend to do things like that. But there's the people who are like super like afraid were targeted because of that. Yeah.
But if we talk about acting, you do like a little bit of acting, but it needs to be specific, and as I say, it needs to be obnoxious. And as you said,
I do enjoy playing obnoxious characters, yes.
As we talked about the red-white voice. Like
yes, yeah.
As the main character you usually voice.
Yeah. Yeah, red white in what's it calls it? Phoenix Wright. Yeah. It's his voice that I do for him is very fun to do.
Would you ever consider doing a video where you would read out like lines that we would wrote to you, and you would just read them out in like different voices?
Yeah, I'd be down for that. I've seen like some other YouTubers have done stuff like that. Like I know Tom Scar does that every now and then.
Exactly, Tom. Yeah.
I'd totally be down for that. Only thing is, it's like I don't know if I would be able to take people's suggestions of voices. I'd have to just be given like a direction slightly, like this kind of voice, say this. Just because I'm not good at doing like impressions, but I'm not too bad at like just doing like not an accent, but like just different methods of speaking. If you know what I mean.
Yee.
Yee. Yeah. Like, I feel like I have a lot of voices, but I'm not... Yeah, like, I have my own voices that I would do. Just because, like, there's, like... I guess at some point in my life, I did imitate a few voices like this. Some of my voices come from things. Like, I always say that, like, my old man voice, I realize my old man voice comes from, the Deckard Cain from Diablo. Wait, I'll just check the guidebook. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, from Deckard Cain from Diablo, stay. He would always, like, whenever you talk to him, he'd go, stay a while and listen. Stay a while. And I can't really do the voice very well because it's sick. But, yeah, stay a while and listen. And, that's definitely where my, the court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will, Mr. Will Powers, or whoever. That voice is definitely just my Deckard Cain voice. Old man, sort of general old man voice. And then, like, I think the Wendy Oldbag comes from my... I'm probably gonna leave this here, so I'll just wrap things up, but I'll just say, but yeah, my Wendy Oldbag voice comes from, there's a character from Burnt Face Man, which is a cartoon series by David Firth, that has there's a character called Bastard Man, and he's just like the generic villain of Burnt Face Man, and his voice is sort of just like a croaky, high-pitched-ish voice, and like, my impression of that voice is what I ended up turning into, like, Wendy Oldbag's voice. I'll see if I can do it. It probably sound awful, but like, Burnt Face Man would come up to him in like the very first episode. Burnt Face Man comes up to Bastard Man and says, "Are you a a criminal?" And then Bastard Man replies with, yes, I am." It's like yes kind of voice that I did for Wendy Oldbag just comes from that. I realized after the fact that it's like, yeah, it's just my Bastard Man voice.
But that's another good source for our Diabito video game.
Yeah. Depending on how I make... Like, I have to make him look like something first. I'd have to see him visualized. And once I see him visualized, then a voice will come to me in my head. So, like, once we had, like, a visual representation of Diabito, I'll be able to, like, create a voice for that character. Or I'll be able to find someone who can create the perfect voice for that character. Oh yeah, Josie, you're heading off? You're not feeling so good? Yeah, me neither. Josie, I'm still quite sick. I was hoping to be better by now, but I'm still a little sick, unfortunately. But yeah. Hope you feel better soon, Josie.
Hope you all feel better soon.
Yeah.
And good luck to everyone with their Game Jam stuff.
Yeah. Wait, oh, I just suddenly read there was more stuff I missed. What's happening with the gays? Yeah, okay, yeah. Stacey, how long are you feeling? Have you been feeling? Oh, I've been sort of like sick. It's coming up. Like it's actually, I probably got sick. I technically like got sick like 2 weeks ago. So I've been sick for like at least a week and a half.
That's quite a long time.
Yeah, which is like this cold, whatever this cold is. It's like one of the worst colds I've had in a long time. Like to be sick this long is quite frustrating. I hate being sick. I especially hate colds, like sicknesses that affect my lungs. Like for me, it's been really bad in terms of like coughing and having to cough up stuff. Actually, no. What I'll really say is the lungs, and then followed very closely by my ears. I've always hated it when I get sick and then my ears block, because that's been the biggest problem I think with this one, is having like my ears being partially blocked. Although at the moment, I will say, I think because of the way I slept and because of something I did last night, currently my hearing is actually okay.
I said no.
Yeah, it's not 100%, but it's like I can actually hear out of both ears. In some of the previous days, like I think yesterday even, like for most of the day. Yesterday was a pretty bad day. I like slept most of the day, But for the most of the day that I was, for the first part of the day, and even at night, my right ear was almost completely blocked, and I hate that. I hate that. I hate only being able to hear out of one ear. It sucks. I'll get well soon. Yeah, fingers crossed. By the end of the jam, I should be back to full health again. Fingers crossed.
Get all the drugs and drink all the teas.
Yeah. Oh, just quickly before we end the stream as well. These guys, these boar, these like pigs, they're boar, but yeah. These boar were the other enemies that I was talking about that used to scare me as a kid. Like in this, in the remake, they're totally fine. They just look like big boars. But in the original, they were scary looking. the original, the like blocky PS1 version of these boar were actually quite scary. It's just, I'd show a picture, but I don't have. I mean, I can't bother. Sure, you can look it up. Spyro 1 boar. It's they're scary looking. They like run at you and stuff like that. It's just scary.
I can't imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds scary.
Yeah, Fireboy, you don't think you've ever been sick that long? Yeah, I've definitely been sick this long before in the past. I unfortunately, because I had like surgery on my I had like grommets in my ears constantly as a kid, and I had my adenoids removed, which is like people get their tonsils removed. I had my adenoids removed, which is like your ear equivalent of your tonsils. Unfortunately, that means that often when I get sick through my ears first, which is weird, but it's normal for me. But also that means like generally my immune system is weaker. It's like if you get your tonsils or your adenoids removed, like it removes those first lines of defense that are your tonsils and your adenoids. So unfortunately, when I get sick, I tend to get sick worse than some other people. Like I stay sick longer, which is unfortunate.
That does.
Yeah, I kind of hate that I have, like, it's useful having holes in my ears so I can like pressurize them easily, but having holes in your ears have so many disadvantages of like not being able to go swimming and stuff like that easily. Not being able to, I can go swimming, but I just can't like submerge my head in the water, because if water gets into my ears, it immediately goes through my eardrums and into the back part of my ears where all my balance and stuff is stored. So I immediately get like dizzy and lose my balance and stuff like that. So yeah. There's a lot of things in life that I can no longer do because of that. But enough about that. Let's keep things positive for the ending of the stream. I wish you guys all the best of luck. I hope this was like a nice little break for some of you guys from the jam. I hope you guys are having breaks every now and then, not stressing yourself out too much. Yeah. And I can't wait to see what you guys crab time. I can't wait to see what you guys submit. I can't wait to play your games. This is a fun stream, yeah. If I do another stream like this, if I do another like relaxation stream, I might play some more Spire because I enjoy Spire, and it's just a nice, fun, chill game to play. So yeah, I like doing this where we just like chat and play a game that I've already played, so it's no big deal if I like skip stuff. It's fun.
Yeah, it's literally, if I'm not wrong, on Twitch, it's like literally like a thing, like a category of streams. Like, like chilling and chatting.
Yeah. There's a Let's Chat. I think it's just called, or it's Chat something or Let's Chat or something like that. Yeah, it's just like a category you can put on Twitch, and it's like that's one of the best categories to put on because you can just, I think, Twitch really wants you to. Oh my god, I should play Power Washer Simulator. I need to play it. I've seen Markiplier play it.
What is Power Washer?
Power Washer Simulator. It's basically you have a power washer, you know, like there's like high powered water devices, and you just wash things. You just clean things, and that's the whole game. It's like House Flipper, but instead of cleaning up the house and then flipping it, you're just cleaning up the house with a power washer. It looks really good. It looks really chill. Peter Jackson's King Kong 2005. I've never played that. A friend of mine had that. A friend of mine bought that back in the day. But I don't have that. I have not played it. Yeah. Um, Either some like Spyro or some other games that I've played before. Just anything that I have already played before would make for good chill chat streams, just because I don't have to pay too much attention. So yeah, I think you need your own music. I don't think it has any, or at least Luca played jazz when she played it. Oh, okay. I was gonna say I think there might be some music in the game, but it's nothing super interesting. So yeah, I'd probably have to come up with a playlist. But yeah. Yeah, can't wait to play your guys' games, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you, Tiana, for joining me today.
It's always an honor.
Yeah, I just thought it would
Not
be.
sure how I did.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say I was just thought it would be helpful for me to have someone like speaking into my ear every now and then about like what people are saying in the chat and stuff like that. So yeah, you did well.
If this,
Thank you.
if 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 you're more than up for it, I'll be more than happy to join another time. And
Yeah,
sorry to
yeah.
everyone who I possibly skip like their important messages.
Yeah, I think this format works quite well because seemingly we kept like most of the people who came around to the stream like stuck around for most of the stream. Uh, so I think this could be a good format for like chat streams, having either
Oh,
you or someone to help me with just the chat, while I just play something chill and just chat back and forth. Yeah, you're good at coming up with the questions to ask me. If there isn't any questions in
oh,
the chat, you're good at coming up with questions for me. It's good.
I have all the questions. I still have more questions, so we have to do this next week. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
Let's do this next week.
Well, I was thinking. I was thinking of streaming on the Wednesday, the Wednesday morning when the jam's finished. I was thinking of streaming then. So
Oh,
if you're available, maybe I'll do another chill stream then.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
yeah. So again, thank you for joining me, Tiana. I'll see you next
Thank you,
time.
Murray. Take care, guys. Good
Yeah.
luck.
All right. Bye.
Take care.
All right. So yeah, I can't wait to see your guys' submissions. I hope you guys are taking breaks. But I look forward to seeing what you guys make. I can't wait to see all your villainous evil games. No worries, chat is hard to keep up with. Yeah, I just think it works well, and I think it other streamers also seem to do that same practice, like your game theory, as Tiana pointed out, the game theory, as I pointed out, game grumps. When they stream, they usually have like a staff member join them, and they like just mostly just interject whenever there's like an important question or someone has something they want to ask of the of the people playing. Yeah, bye. Yeah, press the subscribe button below if you see this. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed, if you like what you saw, hit like. If you haven't already hit like, that is, hit like. If you want to see more from me and you want to see more from the Game Jam, want to see more stuff of mine, hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate it. If you liked the stream so much, hit all the likes. If you really enjoyed the stream, if you want to see more of it, or you think someone you know might like the stream, consider sharing it. Oh yeah, buy the merch. Buy the merch. There is merchandise in the store page below, in the description below. Uh, the best shooting game. Hit all the likes. Yeah, I do have merchandise. As I keep saying, I intend to use new merch design. I have some designs that I have like sort of lined up, but I'm just terrible at actually posting them. I still need to make a couple of them, but let's see what sort of villainy awaits. Yeah. uh yeah, the I have I think 3 t-shirt designs ideas that I have in mind. And like I've made one of them. One of them is like half made and another one has yet to be designed at all. It's, yeah. Mm. All these things that are being posted on the Discord are linked below. It's Twitter, Reddit. I think even my Instagram is down there. The merchandise store page. I think the Patreon's even listed down there, and the donation link if you want to donate through Streamlabs. But of course, donations through YouTube is possible as well. But yeah, all right. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope that I'm better by the time you next see me, and we'll see how things go for this jam. It's an evil plan. Babyest pin. Babyest merch. Well, if I did that, I'd have to split the revenue with you, Tiana, because that is your design. I would refuse to sell it unless you were getting a little bit of a cut from that. Read this if you have double-digit IQ. I would hope to have a triple-digit IQ. Double-digit is not particularly good. But yeah, anyway, Tiana, unless I commissioned some art from you or someone else, then I wouldn't. I'd want you guys to have a split of the share. But yeah, all right. So until Wednesday, I suppose. I'll see you guys then. Bye, guys. It is. You're right, Fireboy. You are accurate. All right. See you guys. Bye.